Hey guys, Mike here. I'm going to show you something. I'm having a problem with my 2010 Mustang. This is a cheap little OBD2 sensor Bluetooth. OBD2 dongle Bluetooth. Problem with the car is it'll run fine and then it runs like crap. I replaced the EGR valve, which has a MAP sensor built in. It also has the DPFE, differential pressure feedback EGR system. Bought the car on the cheap because there was a problem, and I thought that I had found the problem because when I replaced that it worked fine. Turns out a couple miles down the road it did it again. So I finally kind of threw my hands. Oh, by the way, I also found some stuff online about the mass airflow sensor. I found a glitch in the signal, and right before the engine shuts down, there was a glitch in the signal. It went low. So I Googled that, and I found somebody who had the exact same waveforms on their tool. There's a much fancier tool. So this is my laptop connected to that Bluetooth dongle, and I'm monitoring some signals. This is the fuel tank pressure. This is the OBD2 version of this same signal. Both of these are the commanded purge valve open settings. And then I have I'm monitoring the AC because so ironically I noticed a problem with the AC. Wasn't too worried about fixing the AC until I fixed everything else. But right now, notice that signal is high. It's trying to turn the compressor on, and as you can see, the compressor is not spinning. Also, even though the commanded signal for the purge valve is 61%-ish, I have 0 kilopascals, excuse me, which means it's at atmosphere. The fuel tank is at atmosphere, even though the purge valve should be opening and the engine should be drawing a vacuum on the canister connected to the fuel tank. So anyway, but that's the voltage because I'm back probing the purge valve connector, and even though the computer is trying to tell it to turn on, it's obviously not turning on. Just like the compressor for the AC is not turning on, even though the computer says, my laptop computer here on the oscilloscope says that the car computer is reporting that the compressor is on and that the the purge valve signal is at 61%, which should be drawing a pretty good vacuum on the signal. Okay. On the fuel tank, excuse me. Okay. We're going to try something. So I can get the car to do this at will now because I figured out what it is. It's my computer. That computer. What Ford calls the PCM. So I have a hair dryer. And somewhere I have a spray bottle. Somewhere around here. Well, it's by my beer. All right. So I got a spray bottle with some ice water in it. So what I found, the trick is the heat sink is back here. The heat sink is back here. So you can heat this up and cool this side down all you want, but what really matters is this. And right now I've put a hair dryer on it and heated it up, and I have no voltage there, and the AC compressor is not turning. So watch this. I'll squirt it all down. Whoop! Did you hear that? I have voltage, and I have a compressor turning, and look at this. I now have a little bit of activity. This is down from 61, 63%, somewhere in there. Sorry, keep doing that. It's down, but it's still trying to do something, and lo and behold, I've got activity on the fuel pressure sensor now, because as confirmed by the voltmeter, I now have some voltage on the purge valve. All right, guys, we're gonna try one other thing. I'm now gonna try holding the hair dryer on this thing, heating it up. Sorry, I may take some of this out of the video if it's too long, but I really want to catch. You'll hear it. You'll hear the engine jump. You'll hear the fan turn off. And then we'll check the voltage on that multimeter. Yep, there it is. Voltage on the multimeter is 0. AC compressor is off. You can see a little bit of a jump right there. There wasn't much of a vacuum on the compressor. Wasn't much of a vacuum on the fuel tank to begin with, but still it's flat now. Even though there's no change in the commanded signal to the purge valve stopped working because, not because it's faulty, but because there's no voltage. Same reason why the AC compressor turned off. All right, we're gonna have some fun. For those of you who believe me, you can stop watching. For those that want more proof, ice water back here. Oh, didn't take much at all. Working. And you can see those waveforms right there. I know they jump. I think they jump because the voltage actually starts flowing to the purge valve. And so there's a load on that circuit, and the feedback causes it. It's a little bit of a delay, but the electronics, when they kick in, it jumps. But you can see I definitely start having some activity on the fuel tank pressure sensor. All right, guys, I know it's 7 minutes of a lot of talking, but hopefully you guys that are out there trying to troubleshoot a 2010-ish Mustang with a 4.0, I don't know how many other vehicles this applies to, but I will tell you, I contacted Ford, and they gave me a quote for $567 for a new computer. That I would have to flash it, no problem. I got Forscan here. They gave me a quote. They told me the quote was good for 30 days. I called, and then they said, oh, sorry, the last one in the United States has been sold. And I said, search the world. And they said, last one in the entire world had been sold. That was the one they quoted me. So I'm in the hunt for a computer right now. By the way, owner actually replaced the computer with a rebuilt computer. The problem with the rebuilt computers, they bench test them at room temperature. Obviously, this thing's going to pass at room temperature. It needs to be at a very high temperature, commensurate with driving around on a hot summer day. By the way, I'm here in Florida. It's hot as hell. And the engine compartment gets really hot. So it needs to be at temperature for them to properly troubleshoot it, and they're not doing that. So anyway, guys, there's 2010 Mustang that runs like crap sometimes and runs great other times. Turns out it's the dadgum computer. All right, have a good one. Cheers.